All right, my brothers. I am back here. I'm on the Alpha Male Wisdom page. I am talking about male improvement. I've been doing this since the blog talk days before YouTube, 2005, 2004. For those people who are not subscribed to the channel, man, go ahead and subscribe. I have been off for 3.5 months just to clear my mental space. I had to just stop thinking. Didn't want to think about nothing. You feel me? Didn't want to be on no internets, really. Didn't want to think about the job. Just nothing. No traveling. Just rest. Just mental rest, man. So I can get into the next phase of what I'm about to do. Think clearly, not under duress, not under stress. So let me give you some of this level of the game, man. Smooth older black men, not talkative, not motor mouth. Once you've achieved this smoothness and you're not reacting, you got a game plan. A lot of this stuff in the world, it gets smoother, smoother, smoother. You always got to look out for crazy court cases. Crazy court cases can come out of the clear blue sky. You know, anybody can accuse you of anything. Anybody can get you in a civil suit over anything. You know, I'm a guy who was living my life, and one day my bank account got seized. I ended up winning the case, but it took me through 8 years of nonsense because somebody made an allegation, turned out not to be true, but it don't matter if it isn't true. It don't matter. And then you're trying to civilly sue the person to get your bread back, and you know you're not able to do that because the person doesn't really have a residence. It's crazy. Anything can happen, and that happened back in 2008. Okay, so you just got to really understand, man. You got to be smooth and well prepared for life's turn. Right now, I'm gonna give you some real conversation about being a smooth older man, not a talkative yappity yap older man, not an older man who speaks like an auntie, not an older man who, you know, over talks, interrupts, overreacts. No, no, you got to be a smooth dude. So I'm going to show you how to win with younger women as an older guy. But first, I'm going to show you how to win with older women because I believe you always have to have linear information. Okay, not just pigeonhole information, but linear information. So I'm going to give you the game on this. Let's get busy. Again, hit the subscribe button. If you already subscribed, I want you to unsubscribe and hit subscribe again. Let's trick this algorithm. Um, for anybody else who wants to give cash to the Cash app, because maybe I'm sharing something with you that you're not used to hearing or you never heard before, the Cash app is King of Classy Cash app. You know, the $ King of Classy. And you can donate 5, 10, 20, whatever you will. Some people are donating hundreds. The counseling fee has went up. I'm at 200 and 300 an hour now. Uh, as you know, through many of people who've come on the channel, I've helped a lot of people. But it is a draining type of thing to try to help people. It's very mentally draining because you're tapping into their lives, but you're not drawing no judgment off of it. You're just trying to sincerely help another man get into a different type of vision. All right. So this is some free game I'm giving you now. This is dealing with younger women, but we're going to start with older women first because you need kind of like a preface to really get an understanding of this. So the number one thing you got to understand is you cannot be mouthy. What you mean? No, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You're going to dominate more women when you are mentally foundation. When you had the ability to be like, Sarah, what did I ask you to do? You didn't do that. You know what? Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off because this ain't working for me and it ain't working for you. Once you've gotten to that smoothness, once you stop being argumentative, everything gets so much smoother for you. So, as many of you know, I prefer older women. I don't mind dating younger women, but I do prefer older women. But you have to be more smarter than your woman. You have to be more well read. You don't have to have a degree. You just got to be worldly well read more than your woman. So most of the older women that I've dealt with, and I was sincere, I'm trying to have a relationship. We make do the long term couple thing. I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm not going to do any DV. You know, I'm smooth. You know, but I do. I got 10%. I pop off, right? But it takes a lot to get me to pop off. It takes a whole lot. But I'm never going to really pop off on a woman because I think me popping on a woman is below. I'm talking about a woman I'm dating. Now, some random woman, yeah, I'm probably gonna verbally check her if she get out of pocket. But a lot of times I just walk away and laugh. I do that a lot. But this sets you up for dealing with older women, and I'm saying this to let you know when I get to the younger women part how much it makes sense. All right, so when you're dealing with older women, you have to be smarter. If you're not smart, if she's smarter than you, this isn't going to work. It's just not. And I'm not talking about degrees. I'm talking about understanding that the stove is hot, understanding not to make that left turn. You got to be smarter than your woman, and especially an older woman. Now, the trick is with an older woman, and I'll do another video on this at another time. The trick is with an older woman, you should be there, but not always there. You should be available, but not available right away. You got to be smooth. Because what it does is let this older woman know you have other things going on. You are a smooth dude. You are not at her beck and call. Okay. And the thing is, so many dudes are constantly letting women know what I got to do to be with you, what I got to do to be with you, how much I got to make to be with you. No, you're failing already. You're failing already. You need to be in a position where you could say to this lady, "Hey, I enjoy being with you, but I'm not going to be able to make that 8 o'clock. We're going to have to reset that to 9:30." Everything needs to be to your convenience as a guy. And it's not playing games. It's just letting this woman know, hey, her man has a different clock other than other men. And it's also going to free your mind too. Now, I'm going to get into the younger women. But before I do, let me make this point. If you start to get arrogant, if you start to get manipulative, then you are not in smooth man mindset. And when you start getting manipulative problems are going to boomerang back to you. And when they boomerang back to you, you start complaining. You don't have these problems as long as you stay smooth. You don't. Because the minute you have those problems, you're like, that's not for me. You're either gonna correct that or I gotta go do something else. I gotta holler at somebody else. When you're manipulative and somebody out manipulates you, you as a guy get overly upset. You get more upset than women get upset. You get talkative and you start complaining. You know something wrong when you talk too much. Like when you're just talking in circles, you know that there's a problem. So make sure you're always checking you, because a lot of times it's not these women's fault. A lot of times your level of manhood is very sixth grade, and you got to make sure that you're not doing that. I've said this to dudes who are millionaires. Dudes have congratulated me years later. You know, bro, you moving funny. You know, one of my other friends, he thinks he's a Mac. He's up here. That's still so ridiculous. He went on a family thing with my other homie, and he done left his wife at the family thing, and he on the other side of the amusement park with another chick, and then comes back with everybody and his wife with the other chick. Just sloppy nonsense. Just this is why every time he says that he's this and he's that with women, we just look at him like, you don't know how desperate you are, bro. You don't even see yourself. It's crazy. But to each their own. I'll tell you that story off another day. But you got to realize and make sure that you're not the enemy of your smoothness. This is why I keep telling you, you got to be smooth, man. You got to be smooth. A lot of stuff cannot spaz you out. You got to be smooth, okay? And don't over explain. Now I'm going to get into the younger women. When you're dealing with younger women, don't behave like a sixth grade boy. Don't over explain. And don't be arrogant. Just be smooth. Just be smooth. This younger woman has never had a established man. She's never had a dude who's not motor mouth. She's never had a dude who's not emotional. If you're truly an older man, and you heard what I said about when you're dating the older women, you got to be well read and all that type of stuff. It's the same thing for the women. Yeah, you cannot be well read, but your situation gets way more better if you are. And when you're dealing with this younger woman, because mind you, I talked about older, I talked about you correcting yourself. Now I'm talking about younger women. When you dealing with younger women, you gotta not sabotage it with your mouth. Some of you dudes talk too much, bro. I'm for real, for real. Some of you dudes just be saying paragraph after paragraph, and nobody understands what you're saying. And then some of you dudes, I love a black woman. Ooh, girl, you look sweet. Bro, don't do that. Don't do that. Stay smooth, and all of these women will be coming to you. All of these women will be coming to you. Let me make one more last point about younger women. Don't get with these women just because you want to smash. It's not worth it. If you listening to me and you trying to take this game and remix it just because you want to smash, that's low caliber on you. You should be looking for a woman who fits your situation and you're smashing. And the punani's good. Alright? If you just out here flipping chicks, then a lot of this stuff is gonna backfire in your face. Because that's not being smooth. I'm not saying you gotta be with one girl, I'm saying be honest about all your moves. If you're with this lady, tell her you seeing other people, and that's just what it is. If that's not what you want to do, don't be secretly creeping. That's I I don't mind you doing it, but it's the number one complaint I hear from dudes. They messed up. They messed up. They did something they know they wasn't supposed to do it, and it backfired on them, and now they need counseling. No, bro. No. Either you live that life and be upfront, or you be over here and you be a rectangle with this one woman. But all that other stuff, man, it's just it does not end well. It does not. Let me make one more last point, and this is just three things that you're getting for free. One more last point about women. Women want pockets. They want your wallet. Okay. You can throw them off the scent. You can throw them off of this wallet thing by giving them access to your presence. Like I never am giving some girl a monthly donation. I'm never uh, uh, having her call me for a shopping spree or paying her rent. I'm not doing none of that. Okay, because I let her know off rip when we're together. I'm enjoying this, that, and the third. Of course, I'm gonna treat you because you with me and I'm enjoying it. Key word: I'm enjoying it. I'm not doing it for her. All right. Too many guys are trying to serve women and trying to get respect. I get respect from women that I date because I do put me, the guy, first, and I sprinkle whatever I sprinkle to her, and she catches MIST. All right. I do not purposely shower her. That's not the intent. I'm going to this movie anyway. I'm going to this theater play anyway. I'm going to this festival anyway. Would you like to accompany me? She always knows that I'm involving her, but she is not the first thought. And that makes her a little bit more honest about her place in the Latre life. She wants to be with Q. Then hey, she has to understand that, and you got to be a smooth do and let that be known. Okay, because the one thing about a smooth black man, especially a smooth over older black man, we create great spaces. Our space is good, and if she's out there dealing with whoever she's dealing with, half the time she's thinking about the space that she left, and that's just what it is. My level of the game is only for if you want to be peaceful and stress free. If you want to be argumentative, that's on you. But my level of the game for people who want to be peaceful, put some conversation in a woman's ear, see if she wants to bite the apple, and see if she wants to make me a pie. Because I can't bring her on the team if she can't make a pie with the apple she just bit into. I might as well try somebody else who can do it. I like I said, I believe, bro, you're supposed to always keep a lady on her toes, happy to be in your passenger seat, and not constantly telling the lady how you like being in the passenger seat and how you like her driving. That's not it. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me if you disagree. If you do think that I gave you something to think about, donate. Give some inspiration. Buy some coffee. Buy me a burrito. $5, $10, $20, 50, 100. And much love to everybody who's been a fan through all these years of Alpha Male Wisdom. Alpha Male Wisdom was born from the concept that you don't have to fist fight your way through everything. Some things you got to just strategically think about. And the physicality comes last, the muscles come last. And as it relates to dating, it's the same. Nobody's perfect. You know, nobody's a victim. People claim everybody's a victim, but nobody's a victim. Sometimes you got to be smooth about how you attacking life and how you addressing women. Also, just one more thing on that younger woman thing. You're not supposed to be stressing money. When I hear dudes stressing $30, $40 a darn pedicure, paying for a pedicure, I'm like, I don't see what the anger is about. That stuff is $20. You know, you just don't want to do anything for a while. It's just like I don't get that, man. You got a lot of money. $20 should not really be anything worth stressing over. And also, it makes the woman think like, hey, I like this space over here. You got to understand. A lot of times, women don't like you for you. That's a myth. That's a ghetto street myth. Women like the space you've created, and they see it's warm in your passenger seat, and that your passenger seat has heated seats. That's what she's concerned about. Your house has a great backyard, 2 levels. She's focused on all that. It sometimes it's you, but it's you for the temporary. And if you're just trying to do something temporary, yeah, then it's important she like you for you because you're just trying to do something for the temporary. But a lot of times, man, this stuff we make it harder than what it is. And one of the key things is just to stay smooth, man. Don't overreact and don't be a motor mouth guy.